Introduced last fall by the Boggs Collective, the Suniva outdoor chair offers a prime example of how master woodworker Brian Boggs is rethinking everything we know about how to make chairs. Meaning gift from the sun in Gaelic, the chair's back radiates toward the sky. Its curves follow the shape of the human body.
So you can see how this curve follows her back just exactly. It reaches up in here into the lumbar area so she can completely relax and is supported all the way up until her back rolls way forward.
The introductory piece in an upcoming line of outdoor furniture. The Suniva chair is an engineering marvel whose joints are designed to be waterproof.
And it's not just because they're a good fit that they're waterproof, but I've got a sample of a set of joints here. What's vulnerable in outdoor furniture is the end grain, which absorbs water quickly and dries out quickly and can cause cracking. That's also where any decay that would ever happen begins. To conceal this end grain from exposure to the elements, it's actually hidden inside the piece. So this end grain goes all the way in the leg, so weather can never get to it. Plus I've got 4 planes of glue surface, more than twice the strength of an ordinary chair joint.
There's nothing ordinary about Boggs Collective, the Destination Guide's best furniture design studio in Asheville.
The mission of the collective is really about creating sustainable careers for craftsmen. The concept came when Brian and I met each other and recognized that we had an opportunity to merge and bring our life passion and works into one vision.
A place that produces and sells world-class handmade furniture in its gallery, plus offers woodworking classes and does it all with a conscience.
The scrutiny, the attention to detail that you don't find in other furniture because nobody's taking the time to really understand the material and how they work together, how pieces come together so that they produce something that's both elegant, green or sustainable, and is comfortable, and it's where art and furniture come together.
When I put my hand there, that's the angle of my knuckle line.
It was our dream really to have a piece of art that would serve our friends and family and be a place where we would want to gather and spend hours and hours.
Where my foot rests is absolutely perfect. It's big enough so it just feels like it was made for me. You just have to sit in it for yourself.
For Boggs, the journey began with a couple of woodworking books he picked up many years ago.
I started making chairs the old way, splitting everything out of the log, using only hand tools. I didn't have any tools that plugged in, and I built a philosophy around that, but the truth of the matter is I couldn't afford a shop.
So he made hundreds of chairs without the assistance of electrical tools and became a master of both traditional woodworking techniques and materials. His 30 years of experience would manifest itself in innovations such as the Suniva outdoor chair and the Sonis guitar chair.
Well, actually, if you look at these two pieces, it's a whole lot like a guitar right there. This is the last one of this Ambrosia series, but we'll be making more in other woods as well.
We is Boggs and Moeller, plus craftsmen Andy Ray, Steven Zbornik, and Gary Rollins.
I'm a woodworker and have been for lots of years, but I had never been doing things that were quite this fine. I came here and learned much more than I thought I would learn, and so excited I'm into the next one as well. I would say that probably the greatest thing that happened for me was that I was exposed to all kinds of different techniques that I never would have even thought of trying to implement.
The collective also employs a wood manager for its raw slabs.
A lot of times lumber is just milled in huge quantities, and they just try to get the most value out of the log, and there's not a lot of thought to put into pieces matching together from the same tree. And we keep it all together as one log so that the color and grain match, and the craftsperson has an opportunity to express that in the piece, and it really comes through.
I think if you're looking for something that's unusual, that exudes almost perfection, then definitely. And I think the process of a commission piece, that involvement, it just layers in how unique and that quality and craftsmanship is as well.
I wanted my husband to have the most comfortable chair he could have while he had his morning coffee. Then it turned out that Melanie called and said, hey, maybe you want 2 chairs. So I had to then tell my husband, okay, the surprise is up, and why don't you buy me a matching chair for Mother's Day? And so now we have a set of chairs and we just love them.
Now the rocker is amazing. It's the most comfortable.
Everything that I do is designed for generations of use. There's no question about it. I don't do anything for show. A lot of people, when they see my work, they're moved by it and they want it in their lives, and they think through where in their home it can fit.
I would say that taking a class at the Boggs Collective, if you're a serious woodworker or want to be one, is an ideal.
We have a neighbor who's a woodworker, and he came in one day and he asked me if he could look at it. And he stayed for an hour and a half and never spoke to me.
In any language, Boggs Collective is a gift from the sun.
Seeing this work take root elsewhere because of what I have taught feels particularly good.